Okay, picture this. It's 2026. You open up a dating app, but before you even swipe, it already knows you. It knows you better than you might know yourself. It knows your attachment style, your sense of humor, even the specific rhythm of your texting that makes you, well, you. And just like that, it suggests someone, not based on a pretty picture, but on a deep, data-driven prediction of who could actually make you happy.
And that brings us to the huge question we're going to dig into today. Are we finally on the verge of using technology to find real, lasting love? Or are we kind of just outsourcing one of the most beautifully messy human parts of our lives to a machine? This is a big one, so let's get into it.
I mean, let's just be real for a minute. Modern dating can feel like a full-time job you never wanted. The endless swiping, the chats that fizzle out, getting ghosted, it's no wonder so many people talk about dating burnout. It's this deep emotional exhaustion. And right into that chaos steps AI, promising to be the solution to all our problems. But can it really be?
To even begin to answer that, we have to pull back the curtain and understand how this thing actually, well, thinks. How in the world does a piece of code try to predict something as wild and unexplainable as a human spark?
It pretty much boils down to three main ingredients. First, it watches what you do. It's analyzing everything: who you swipe right on, how long your messages are, how fast you reply. Second, it uses well-established psychological models of personality. And third, it takes all that data and feeds it into these powerful machine learning models to predict who you're most likely to vibe with. So a lot of these AIs are built on a really solid foundation from psychology called the Big Five. It's a way of mapping personality across these 5 key areas. And for decades, research has shown that when couples are similar in certain traits, like agreeableness or emotional stability, they tend to be happier long-term. The AI is just trying to do that matchmaking, but with massive amounts of data.
And that's the key thing to get here. The algorithm isn't feeling anything. It's playing the odds. It's looking at a giant database of couples who've made it and asking a really cold, calculated question. Based on all this evidence, who is your best statistical shot? It's incredibly powerful, for sure, but it's also completely impersonal.
Which, of course, brings us to the real soul of this whole debate. Even if an algorithm can be perfectly precise, can it ever really account for that magic, that unexplainable spark we call chemistry? This slide just lays it out so perfectly. Look on the left. That's the algorithm's dream match. Your values line up, your life goals are compatible, your attachment styles are a perfect fit on paper. But then, look at the right. That's what it actually feels like. The effortless laughter, that deep feeling of safety you get with someone, the sense that you're not just existing next to each other, but actually growing together. One is a report card, the other is a feeling in your bones.
And here it is. This might be the single most important idea in this whole explainer. An AI can predict the probability of a good match, but it can't predict emergence. Emergence is that unique new thing that is created between two people. It's the inside jokes, the shared history, the way you learn to communicate without words. Love isn't just two sets of data aligning. It's a whole new world that two people build together.
Hey, if you're finding this useful, if you like digging into the psychology of how we connect in this crazy modern world, then seriously, make sure you subscribe. We're all about exploring the deeper stuff behind love and relationships, going way beyond the surface level advice.
Okay, so now we have to talk about the other side of the coin. The potential dark side. Because while AI promises to make dating easier, a lot of psychologists are starting to ring the alarm bells about what all this optimization might be doing to us.
There are 3 really big concerns here. First, this idea of over-optimization. When an app is constantly whispering in your ear that a 2% better match is just one swipe away, why would you ever work through the normal, messy, human imperfections of a real relationship? Second, we start to externalize our intuition. We stop listening to our own gut feeling about someone because we're waiting for the app to tell us if they're a good match or not. And third, data bias. If the historical data the AI learns from is full of our own cultural biases, well, the AI is just going to learn and amplify those biases, not fix them.
But look, it's not all doom and gloom. Not at all. AI, when used right, can be a really powerful tool. It can help us get past the superficial, looks-based swiping and actually filter for people who share our deep, core values. It can give us better prompts to start more meaningful conversations. It can even help us see our own unhealthy communication habits. It's not creating the love, but it can absolutely help clear away some of the noise.
So after all that, where do we land? What's the final judgment on AI and our love lives? Well, the most helpful way to think about it seems to be framing it in the right way.
This slide really sums it all up, doesn't it? AI is brilliant at improving the filtering, at suggesting people you might actually click with, and at making the whole exhausting process a little more efficient. But what it can't do, it can't manufacture that feeling of emotional safety. It can't create that moment of true vulnerability between two people, and it can never ever replace a real, lived human connection.
And that really gets to the core paradox of this whole thing. Real love, it requires a leap of faith. It requires risk. It requires uncertainty. But an algorithm's entire job is to get rid of uncertainty. The very thing that makes love a profound human experience is the exact thing the machine is designed to engineer away.
So maybe the wisest path forward is the simplest one. Use the data to meet people. Let it cut through the noise and introduce you to someone interesting you never would have found otherwise. But then, once you're sitting across the table from them, put the phone away. Use your empathy, your intuition, your heart. Use your humanity to see if you can build something real.
Because at the end of the day, no matter how smart our technology gets, it will never be able to replicate that moment. That moment when someone's eyes meet yours and you feel seen, you feel understood, you feel home. That feeling, that is not code. That is connection.